Hey guys, we are at step 5 of the canvas and part 7 of the workshop where we will discuss what your point of view is. Now, I want you to pay attention to this, right? Because I don't think most people pay attention to this too much. We have spoken about the why you exist story a little while ago. But I think what also happens is sometimes we're just starting a business because we want to make money. And I, by the way, don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just want you to also pay attention to why you're doing exactly what you're doing to make the money, right? The intention behind is extremely important, and the reason why that is so is because every day you're going to be hit with so many options. Think of a customer themselves, right? Every day they're hit with so many ads for the same product. If today I Instagram search lipstick, just that, but in the next 15 minutes I will be bombarded with lipstick ads. My algorithm will change completely. um, you know there is so much competition. So what's going to happen with you as the founder is that I don't want you to be doing this because you keep chasing the next big thing, right? Without intention, especially if that is your game plan, you have a playbook decided on what the next big thing is, how you're going to launch it, how you're going to make it succeed, sure. But then that is also your point of view, right? Now don't do things just because. And makes me think of that meme, just because. But anyway, don't do things just because you think you need to do them. And it also has some very important things to do with your brand, right? I'll give you a few examples. Two brothers posted this a couple of days ago where they mentioned that they had to waste 2 crores worth of food products that were ready because they refused to add preservatives, and the temperature changed, which means that the food that they had that was ready for sales actually wasn't in the best shape or form anymore, and wasn't in a way that they were confident of selling to the public because, like I said, they don't add preservatives or chemicals. If they didn't know why they were doing what they were doing, if they didn't have a POV, they would not have been able to, one, take a decision like this, and two, explain this to their customers. Now doing something like this builds a lot of brand trust and brand value, right? You don't want to do these things just because someone else has done it. You do it because you feel and you believe that for the kind of brand that you're building, the baby that you're raising, this is the right thing to do. And that point of view is very important. Moxie, any brand, any David versus Goliath story, anyone that's trying to do something is trying to do that, where there is a story behind why they're doing what they're doing. By the way, it's not like Boat that started off with the idea of bringing cheaper electronic products under a single brand, where at that time the market was really unorganized. This itself is a point of view that a business holds, right? So it helps you understand why you exist. And when you understand why you exist, you will have four kinds of point of view messages that you want to express to your customer in multiple different ways, shapes and forms. This in some ways is us building our brand identity also, right? So your value messages for each ECP is going to be, how does your product or service save them time or money or make their lives easier? Basically, how do you help them achieve their job to be done? What I want you to do is, for each ECP, write down at least 3 value messages. You can pause the video here, go back to it, keep thinking about it. By the way, just to be clear, it's not something that will happen immediately or off the cuff. This is also not something we're able to solve for within our workshop itself. Right, so we do this over a period of few weeks, going back and forth, and understanding really what is it that we do and that we want to do really well. The next is going to be a personality message. What does your company value or believe in, and why will it resonate with your customer? This will come from your why you exist story. This will come from your belief systems. And I want you to hold this sacred, put down your belief systems, blow it up on a canvas, put it in your office, and next time, anytime you have an idea, or anytime someone tells you, अरे आपने ये तो किया नहीं, ये जरूर करना चाहिए, go back and align it with your belief system. If it aligns, go ahead and do it. If it does not, don't do it. But what that will help you do is understand what products you will launch and will never launch, what kind of pricing you will have versus never have. For example, with Super U, right? For example, with Super U, a clear belief system is that we want to make products that make it easier for people to consume protein with good macros and at price points that are super accessible and competitive for a mass market, which is why they may never launch products under the super use snacking range that are very expensive, because the whole goal is that if it is not at a price that's affordable for people at mass, that's not competitive with what's already in the market, it doesn't make sense. Versus another brand like a Whole Truth, which says, look, we're not going to compromise on cost and quality. We will make the best product out there and we'll price it appropriately, and our product will find its audience. Both are correct. The goal is to have these clear and set in stone for yourself so that everything else becomes aligned to this, okay? Then it's your competitive message. What are your specific benefits that your product or service offers that your competitors will not? It will come from your competitor SWOT analysis. And you'll use this for comparisons. You'll use to talk about why you're better, why people should trust you, why are your results the ones that are trustworthy and way better and more dependable than someone else's in the market. Why should they maybe spend more on you than somewhere else? Then there's an emotional message that you want to have, which is, how will your product or service make your customers feel? This will come from your selfish desire. So let's say one of the selfish desires someone has is avoidance of pain or discomfort. How will your product or service unlock that avoidance of discomfort, right? So, what will happen by the end of this is that for each ECP, you will get 12 brand messages that your brand team will now work on ensuring that it aligns with all other aspects of your brand ecosystem. You will also use these as hooks for performance marketing to get started and just get tested. These are your early. Imagine making SEO content for each of these points from each of these POVs. Imagine making YouTube content for each of these POVs. This is just 36 good, great pieces of content for you already. Once you're done with all of this, you want to fill out the points of view, your non-negotiable principles that should be very polarizing, that really make you you, right? Now, once this is done, we will get to your brand story and then finally the growth framework. See you in the next.